Today on the channel, from the Ursa Major Marvel Legends wave, we got Ironheart and Ultron. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And of course today, we're taking a look at the Ursa Major wave. We're taking a look at Ironheart and Ultron. But for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. A link in the description below. But today, Ultron, one the fans have been wanting for a long time. We're going to compare it to the Marvel Select version, as that's the Ultron I have in my collection right now. We'll see which one we like better. And then Ironheart, one I am not familiar with at all. I've heard the name of Riri Williams. I've heard Ironheart before, but I know absolutely nothing about this character. One of those characters that I think you just get, at least for me, because, hey, I need the Build-A-Figure pieces. At the end of the week, we're going to build the Build-A-Figure. Ursa Major, I'm very excited about that one. You guys know I love big figures. I love bipedal creatures and creatures that walk on all fours, like my buddy Lemmy. So Ursa Major is going to be an awesome Build-A-Figure. I cannot wait to unbox that one. But let's do it like we normally do it. Let's take a look at the packaging. Let's talk about it. Let's unbox it. Let's talk about it, and we'll see where it goes from there. We're going to start off with Ultron. At least I know a little something about Ultron. But there he is in the package. We got that same background packaging. The background from the Iron Man figures we unboxed, the first of the unboxing of this series. We got that big arm in there of Ursa Major. We got extra hands. It looks like we got a little of that Kirby crackle, as they call it, in there as well. 3 hands for Ultron. Very interesting to see there. That's definitely Ultron for sure. Ursa Major Build-A-Figure at the very top. Some warnings. Little Ultron logo at the very top there. Warnings at the bottom. Nobody likes those warnings. And of course, you got there's a little glamour shot of Ultron. And another glamour shot of Ultron. And of course, the back of the packaging. You can't forget that. Got a little blurb. We got the big full glamour shot. We got the rest of the lineup down below. Of course, Ursa Major. Looking only like he can look. And then warnings at the bottom. Let's see what it says about our friend Ultron. Robot, maniacal genius, science experiment gone wrong. Ultron is the supreme weapon of mass destruction and a mortal threat to the Avengers and all humankind. So there you go. Looks good paint application wise. Don't see any scratches or any scuffs or anything like that, but won't know for sure until we get in. So let's unbox this guy. Let's see what's going on in here. So we just got that Ultron logo in the background, if you can kind of see that there with the light shining. It's a little different. It's got the same background and then that Ultron logo over the top. See you later. How about a little plastic prison action? Uh-oh, those ankles look a little funky. We'll see if they are. And there's Ultron in the plastic prison. Get all this stuff out. Get these hands out. You know, Ultron, one of those bad guys I always knew about as a kid, always knew about. I can't say he set the world on fire like a lot of the X-Men villains, even Batman villains, stuff like that on the old schoolyard, the old playground. But boy, how things change with the Avengers movies and the cinematic universe of the Marvel Universe. Ultron is more popular than probably ever in his entire career as a comic book villain. I think that's fair to say. See you later. All right, what do we got for Ultron? I always say we got the double-jointed knees, we got the double-jointed elbows. We do like that. Let's see, I'm moving them around. Very stiff joints, which is always appreciated. First thing I notice inside the mouth, you always want that kind of, I guess it's called Kirby crackle is what they call it. I'd like to see that painted inside the mouth. It does look a little strange, but we do get this effect right here, which I believe he just put in his mouth. I don't know, it looks a little weird to me. I don't know, it looks a little strange to me. I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not. I might have to grow on me or I might not even use it at all. I'd rather have it painted in the inside of the mouth. I'm sure that's a little bit more complicated, but that does look a little strange. Just almost like he's biting down on something. It's like, why is this in his mouth? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. What do you think about that? I'm not sold. First impression, I'm not sold. Definitely Ultron, though. This is the classic Ultron we've been wanting. I didn't really like the movie version of Ultron. I do have that in my collection, but when I think Ultron, this is definitely what I think, and I'm sure most of you guys are that same way out there. He does come with 2 fists. I love a robot that throws down with fists, so we always like that. We We do got a grabbing hand here, another grabbing hand to match that one, and then you got one open hand. So I do like this kind of maniacal open hand a little bit. I guess he could hold his Kirby Crackle probably if he needed to. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. I'm really on the fence. At first impression, I don't like it, and usually your first impression is your gut we got to go with. So I don't know. I'd rather have it painted on the inside. Maybe that's just me. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Of course he does. Right like that. I always say it. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com. Best stands in the game. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. But I did notice on the bottom here as I was putting that in, he does kind of have some like thrusters on the bottom. I think that is a nice touch, which reminds me of the Marvel Select Ultron. Very similar foot styles on this one. I tell you guys, this Marvel Select one has been the gold standard Ultron for a long time. We've had a few Marvel Legends in the past, which I did not own. I think there was a Toys R Us or a Target 3-pack Ultron that a lot of people use to varying degrees. I don't know. This has been the one I've got, and I said I don't need any more. I think I even unboxed this on the channel maybe a year ago or so. So check out the Marvel Select Ultron video. He does come with a nice diorama display and stuff. A very, very solid Ultron. I don't know. I like the bigness of the Marvel Select. I feel that one works. I'm not sold 100% on this Marvel Legends one. I like the way it looks. I like how it looks compared to this. I wish it was bigger, but I guess Ultron's one of those characters where maybe he's human height, maybe he's a little bigger, depending on the artist of the comic book or the whatever you want to call it, the movie, the series, the cartoon. He'll be different heights, different sizes. So I guess, how do you like your Ultron? Do you like a big Ultron? Do you like a normal size one? It's one of those things. I guess it goes to what you prefer. I'm wondering if this Kirby Crackle fits in his mouth here, and it does. So that might be an option too. If you like Kirby Crackle, you can put this on your Marvel Select, which doesn't look terrible. And I know there's been multiple Ultron like robots that work for him. You could have this as the leader Ultron and buy a couple of these to army build possibly. I think that is a possibility if you're into that kind of thing. I don't know. We definitely needed this Ultron from Marvel Legends. It was definitely a needed figure. I just don't know if there's enough meat on the bone for me to replace the Marvel Select one. The articulation is way better than the Marvel Select, but you guys know I love big figures. I love big characters. That's what this one is. It's bigger, beefier, seems a little bit more menacing compared to the other Marvel Legends. I think you guys all see where I'm going there. So I don't know. I think you got to decide for yourself which one you prefer. And I think right now I'm going Select. I like the black piping on the Select figure as well. This one's just a plain silver robot is what it looks like. This looks the same thing, but something about this just screams Ultron more than this one. I'd be interested to hear your guys' take on that one. Which one you prefer? Do you prefer the Select? Do you prefer this one? Nobody's wrong. It's everybody's own opinion and own thoughts. So choose your own adventure, as I always like to say. I do like this big old meat hook arm here. This is a big, beefy guy, this Ursa Major. I'm very excited to build this guy. Very interesting articulation on the arms here, but we'll get to that later on this week. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss that review. But Ultron is Ultron. It depends. Do you like your Ultron big? Do you like your Ultron small? That's going to be the answer for you. I'm somewhere in the middle, but right now I'm leaning towards the Select version. So there it is. Marvel's Ultron from the Marvel Legend Ursa Major Wave. Now, let's check out Ironheart. All right, next up, we've got Riri Williams Ironheart. And I know it's Riri Williams because it says on the box with the Ironheart there. And we're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, see where it goes from there. But there it is. There's the packaging. Ironheart down below in the big font, big letters. Riri Williams a little bit smaller above it. Comes with another Ursa Major leg, comes with an extra head, comes with some cool looking effects here. I do like the looks of those. We also got an extra set of hands as well. Got that same background, I believe, as the other Iron Man figures. It looks that way to me. Marvel Legends Ursa Major at the very top. Some warnings. Got a little Ironheart logo at the top, which is a nice touch. Warnings at the bottom. Yeah. And then, of course, you got a little glamour shot right there. Glamour shot right there. And the back of the package here, there's old Riri Williams Ironheart flying through the sky. Looking very carefree, if you ask me. Got a little blurb next to her. We'll read that blurb. And then you got the rest of the Ursa Major team down below. We're unboxing those on the channel all week this week. And then warnings at the very bottom. So let's see what it says about old Ironheart. A certified super genius, Riri Williams turns a dorm room project into a high-tech, high-flying suit of armor and becomes a force for good. Well, good for her. Now, I gotta tell you, I don't know anything about this character. Absolutely nothing. I've seen pictures of her. I've seen, you know, just you're on Twitter or whatever, you see stuff like this. You kind of scroll on by. I don't really know anything about her. I believe she's Iron Man in an alternate world, or took over the mantle of Iron Man, kind of, or is in a different universe. I could be totally wrong on that. I don't think I would invest any time. I don't really ever read Iron Man of any kind, so I don't foresee me going deep into not reading Iron Man, but reading Ironheart. Just doesn't seem like something I would want to do. But the figure looks interesting. Like I said, some interesting accessories with this one. We'll crack it open. We'll see what's going on and see if we like it or we don't. And I guess the end of the week, when we rank them all together, that's when we'll know for sure. So there you go. You got that kind of Iron Man-esque background there in yellow. See you later. All right, drinking it in. I don't see... I got a little bit of scratch up there around the chest. So I do see some issues here. We got smaller blue effects. We got some smoke effects, which I believe are the first time in the Marvel Legends line here. There's the old plastic prison. We do get an extra head, which is, I guess, always nice. So there you go. I could see some people using that extra head possibly on like a Gwen Stacy body or a suited body or something, doing a little mixing and matching there. Maybe that's a possibility. For some of you customizers out there, I know there's a lot of customizers that like to mix and match some stuff. Maybe you want a school-age Riri Williams out there in her school gear. You could do something like that. Just a little bit of paint maybe and just a few part swaps here and there. Pull these extra hands and tape out. That big bare foot. There you go. See you later. Up high. There she goes. All right, there's that foot. We'll get to Ursa Major. I'm getting more excited with every one we open up. I can't wait to dive into that figure. I don't know. To me, this is an okay set as far as when it was announced as a whole. It's that Ursa Major Build-A-Figure that took this to the next level. That is why I wanted this set so bad. I got to imagine he's going to be at the top of my rankings unless something goes seriously wrong. Hopefully it does not. Like I said, stay tuned. We got the 2 extra hands there ready for action. Of course, we got the plug-in here. Just like any Tony Stark, any other Iron Man figure, you plug it into the hands right here like that. So there you go. And then you got these smoke effects, which are pretty neat. I can see people using these for different things. Use your imagination a little bit, but you can have this coming as like a cloud of smoke. A lot of different ways you could go with these. But I don't mind it. I like something new like this. Giving us some new effects. It seems like we've had the same old Iron Man, same old blast effects for years now. It's time they put something extra in here like this. You could probably just the same as the Iron Man figures. Of course you can. You can put them right in the feet if you want to. So you can put them in the feet. Do whatever you want. I guess you could have it like kind of like a cloud. Maybe that's how they're supposed to go. I don't know if it didn't really say on the package which way to do it. It's one of those choose your own adventure deals. But you can have her like that with kind of the smoke trails going off as she's flying through the air. So I do think that is kind of neat. Some neat effects here. I could see people buying this just for the effects possibly. And then you get a head sculpt, extra head sculpt. Actually, this is the first time I really looked at it. I just kind of glanced at it in the package, but holding it in hand, this is a very good head sculpt. And obviously, she looks very young. Looks like a very young teenager. I think that's where they're going here, but basically a brand new type of head sculpt, especially the hair sculpt. Really neat stepping outside of the box there, so I do like that. And now we got the actual figure, which, boy, does it feel small, but holy cow, we got double jointed elbows. These small figures like this, especially the arms and stuff, they're so small. It's a female, a small female. It just makes you worried on these pinless joints. Just will they break off? But it feels pretty good. It feels pretty beefy. It feels like it's a little stronger than, say, your AEW elbows on your AEW Jazzwares figures, which are much bigger than this, but feel like you could break them at any time. This actually feels a little bit like it has some strength to it, which kudos Hasbro team. That's what I'll say right there. Now, like I said, not familiar with the character, but the head seems a little bit big for the body. That's my first impression looking at this one. I don't know. Just looks like it's a little bit too big for the body. And we got some scratching on the chest, on the upper chest, which is unfortunate. You just got to really look for it, so it's not really there, and I'm sure your results will vary on that one. But it looks just like a female Iron Man costume. I wonder, could you put like Pepper Potts' head on this and have a rescue and just a different version of that? You could probably do a lot of customizing with this body mold in the Iron Man world. Let's pop her head on. Let's pop the Riri Williams head on. Maybe. Oh, get in there. Oh, yeah. Wow. So this looks better than, this looks, size-wise, looks correct. I don't know, that helmet looked a little big. This looks about right. I really like this head sculpt a lot. I wish, like I was making mention to earlier, I wish I had just like a normal street clothes version of her. I think this head would look better on that. I think it'd be really cool to have this, like, I don't know, if you have a big diorama of a college dorm room, like it said on the back of the package, have this like hiding in the closet with the clothes, and she could have the suit just in the closet, and she could be, you know, looking at it or something. That'd be a cool diorama there. But this head looks really good on this body, but it just, I don't know. I'd rather have this head on a normal body and then have the Iron Man, have them separate. Maybe we'll get that one day. I'm not sure the popularity of this character. One of you guys will have to clue me in here. Is she like sweeping the nation? Is she the next Jubilee? Is that what she's going to be? Is she going to be the next big thing? Is she going to be the next Deadpool? You guys tell me in the comments. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this character at all. Just had to get her to complete this wave. You guys know I'm a semi-completionist of my Marvel Legends. I got pretty much all of them. There's a few older ones I've passed on and I never went back to get because they've had improved versions. But at this point, most of these Build-A-Figures, you end up buying everybody, and that's kind of the way it goes. But this is better than expected. Better than expected, this figure. I didn't have pretty high hopes for this one from the get-go. Getting it in hand, amazing what they're doing with the pinless technology, the double jointed technology on these female figures, these smaller sized figures. Very similar to the Miles Morales, I guess you would call it, in that Into the Spider-Verse wave. I believe that was from the beginning of 2021, if I remember right. So I like this. We got some new effects. We got a great head sculpt, great new body. There's a lot to like about this, even though I don't know the character. So you guys tell me what your thoughts in the comments below. If you know anything about anything I need to know about this character, you guys can let me know as well. But it'll be interesting to see at the end of the week where she ranks in my order. As you guys know, we rank them all the time. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. Make sure you like this video. Follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Support the channel. So there you go for old Riri Williams, Ironheart, and of course, Ultron. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.